What happens when silence becomes heavier than truth? What do you do when lies travel faster than facts? And how far can misinformation go before it starts destroying real lives? What if everything you thought you knew was built on rumors, not reality? And what if the person at the center of the storm finally decided to speak, not to defend himself, but to expose the truth? Because this is not just another social media post. This is not a casual explanation. This is a breaking point. And once you hear what Yaman chose to reveal, you will understand why this moment changes everything. At first glance, it looks like a simple Instagram post, just words on a screen. But as you read, something becomes clear very quickly. These are not the words of someone reacting impulsively. These are the words of someone who has been carrying pain in silence for far too long. Yaman did not write this text to create drama. He wrote it because the damage had already been done, because false stories had already spread, because reputations had already been attacked, and because remaining silent any longer would have meant accepting a lie as truth. He speaks openly about the deep pain caused by defamation, about irresponsible and completely unfounded reports that were shared without hesitation, reports that ignored verification, reports that ignored consequences, reports that ignored the human being at the center of them. And what makes this even more disturbing is not just that the rumors existed. It is how easily they were copied, how quickly they multiplied, and how little effort was made to correct them once the truth was known. Yaman makes one thing very clear. He already knew the result of his drug test when he submitted his DNA sample. He knew the truth, but he chose to wait, not because he was unsure, not because he was afraid, but because he respected his audience. He did not want his fans to be forced to choose between rumors and unproven claims. He wanted facts. He wanted evidence. He wanted clarity. And in doing so, he showed something that many so-called professionals failed to show: responsibility. He directly addresses those who call themselves journalists, those whose job is to publish real, verified information. And he does not hide his disappointment, because according to him, these people did not respect the audience. They did not respect the truth. And they certainly did not respect the damage their words could cause. They spread false information without hesitation. Information that can deeply affect a person. Information that can destroy careers. Information that can follow someone forever. And yet, when those lies were exposed, when the truth became undeniable, they did nothing. No corrections. No apologies. No accountability. Yaman explains how false photos were circulated. Images suggesting substances that were never found on him. Images presented as proof of something that never existed. And despite the fact that he was checked multiple times that night and nothing illegal was found, the rumors continued. Others copied the lie as if it were fact. They added new details. They twisted the narrative. And slowly, the story turned into something completely disconnected from reality. Even more shocking, some reports claimed he had been held in places he had never been, with people he did not know. Stories written without shame. Stories published without verification. And when it became clear that none of it was true, they remained silent. That silence, Yaman suggests, is just as damaging as the lie itself. Then comes a moment in the text that feels different. A shift. A deeper wound. He asks how the same people who spread lies about him could criticize a post where he expressed pride in being Turkish. A simple sentence. A statement of identity. A declaration of belonging. Instead of celebrating his success as a representative of his country, they attacked him. They created a false image. They damaged reputations. They fueled negativity. And this is where the emotional core of the message truly reveals itself. Yaman reminds everyone that focusing on success matters. that supporting one another matters, that being proud of achievements matters, because this is what culture demands. This is what unity requires. He states clearly that he is an international actor, that illegal substances have no place in his life, that a healthy lifestyle and sport are part of his daily routine. He is proud of who he is, proud of where he comes from, and determined to continue achieving more every year. Because why shouldn't a Turkish actor succeed internationally? Why shouldn't dedication be rewarded? Why shouldn't hard work be recognized? These are not rhetorical questions. They are challenges. And as his message reaches its closing lines, something becomes undeniable. This was not written in anger. This was written with dignity, with exhaustion, and with a deep desire for the truth to finally be seen. At Magazine News and Gossip, sharing this text felt necessary, because too many people never hear the full story. Too many only see headlines. Too many are denied access to the truth. John Yaman also shared a photo alongside his words. A powerful image. His hand placed firmly on his chest. The Turkish flag visible. It is symbolic, quiet, and deeply emotional. What makes this situation even more painful is knowing how heavy it must have been for him to carry all of this alone. To watch lies spread, to feel misunderstood, to remain silent while narratives were written without him. Choosing the right moment to speak matters. And he did. Not too early, not too late, but when his voice could finally cut through the noise. Hearing the actor's own words changes everything, because no summary can replace the raw honesty of the original message. No rumor can outweigh a direct statement. We cannot fully imagine what he went through. The pressure, the frustration, the emotional weight. He is strong. He continues forward. But strength does not mean absence of pain. What matters now is focus. On his work, on his craft, on the remarkable phase of his career he is currently in. International productions, global recognition, and a role he waited a long time for. Sandokan is not just another project. It is a milestone, a moment of arrival. And perhaps this is where attention truly belongs. On excellence, on dedication, on a career built with heart and discipline. This Instagram post was not an ending. It was a clarification, a release, a moment of truth. And if there is one thing it leaves behind, it is a question that deserves discussion. How easily do we accept what we read? And how often do we stop to ask whether it is actually true? Because sometimes the loudest stories are the least accurate. And sometimes the quiet truth arrives last. And when it does, it deserves to be heard.